This is Sharon Doerr, Doorway to Hope, doorwaytohope.com, Doorway to Hope on Facebook. Today, I'm sharing two of my most effective, most powerful, everybody can do it. This is for everybody to prove to you that you can do it. You can, guys. And so it's my free gift because all of you who've joined the muscle testing community, asked to join, you're probably watching this because you either don't know if you can do it, how to do it, and is it really effective? And I don't trust my answers. So this is my gift. I want to show you that even if you're in that category, your body still knows how to twist. It still knows how to bend. It still knows how to jump backwards if you get too close to a hot fire or a hot stove. So I just want you to learn that this is as valid as walking and talking. And I have a wonderful helper who's brand new to this concept. She was willing to allow me to film her session as I'm going to share my two absolutely most powerful muscle testing is for everyone, even for you, protocol. Thank you. So obviously you have a bit of a problem with muscle testing. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, usually muscle testing is not because you don't know how to stand or how to move your arm or what to do. That's not the answer. The answer is your heart muscle, the head's running the show because somewhere in your life, as a little girl by the age of 3 or 4 already, I'm testing, life wasn't real happy. And little girls, if they cried or got mad at mommy or anything else, the head says, oh, no, 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 no. So you learned how to stuff all that stuff down and put a pretty Cinderella smile and pretty dress on and try to pretend to be happy. And now you're a big girl and you're a very, very beautiful one, by the way. But now the head is so used to being the boss, it won't let the heart speak. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, that's the way it usually works. Because the head says, well, it's my job to keep her safe and my job to keep mom from getting mad at her, dad from getting mad at her. If no matter what happens, she's got to smile and pretend it's okay. Because if she really cried or she really told him she was mad or it was unfair, oh my gosh, then they wouldn't love her at all. So she's just got to keep stuffing it down. And before long, the heart just has to be nothing but a frozen ice cube because it don't get to talk ever. But the heart is the seat of everything. The heart is what's connected to all the wisdom and knowledge and love and emotion of the Creator. And when we freeze it up, now we want a muscle test. We wonder why we can't get a good answer. But the good news is there are some things you can do even before you learn how to muscle test officially. And by the way, starting off, don't ever try doing this thing that Dr. Brad does. Please don't do that one. Okay, it doesn't work. It works, but that's only for people. This one that Dr. Brad does is fine, but my Creator gives me pictures and I ask, how do I explain this? And he says, well, you know, the way you explain this, if you imagine you went to the store and you got a little kid with you and they see the tricycles and they say, oh, mommy, I'm ready for a tricycle. And she says, you know, I think you are, but honey, you remember the circus the other night on television and that man way up there riding that thing with one wheel? That thing there is called a unicycle. And you got to learn how to ride the unicycle up on the high wire. Then we'll take the unicycle down, put it on the ground. Then we'll get you a bicycle. Then we'll put training wheels on. Then we can come back to the store and buy the tricycle. Totally backwards, right? Dr. Brad is the high wire artist on the unicycle. He can make this work. But the rest of people, I won't even use that one. I want to use the muscles. I do use this one. If you see me using this one, because I'm still pushing. I'm using a muscle. But the bigger the muscles, the louder they talk. And so that's why for right now, we're going to do just a couple of things to show you that you can do it. It's possible to learn. So first of all, I start everything out with a little 33-word prayer, seriously. And if you'd be brave enough to go along and pray it behind me, we just say, Creator God.
Creator God.
I give you permission.
I give you permission.
Replace my stinking thinking, teaching, and believing.
Replace my thinking,
Thinking, teaching, and believing.
my thinking, teaching, and believing
Yeah, my bad human teaching thinking and believing is what we're doing, because we humans got taught bad teaching. With your better truth, wisdom, and awareness,
with your better truth, wisdom, and awareness,
love, joy, and peace.
love, joy, and peace.
Thank you. Amen.
Thank you. Amen.
And now we're going to talk to the body. There's the second part of these prayers, because when we have a belief, and we have this belief for a long time, it becomes part of it gets right into our DNAs and affects our body. And that's all things like fibromyalgia. In my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but my fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and a whole bunch of stuff is our body is just so unbalanced and so out of order that the muscles can't handle it anymore. But anyway, we want to, I call this spot on my forehead, right where your eyebrows start. This is what I call the search bar. And I'm talking to the body, and you're going to do the same thing and just say, search bar, go find what needs to go. And just tap here 3, 4, 5 times.
Okay. Figure out a way to hold my phone. Okay. Yep.
Search bar, go find it, please. Now you're going to come to the bones under your eye and the side spot on a woman, bottom of the bra, one arm or the other, down on the bottom of the arm. Down, about 5 inches under your armpit. And then you come back up here, put your fingers on the collarbones, but you're not going to tap on the collarbones. But here's my collarbone. You come out about 1 inch and down, and there's the hollows. Those are the spots they call the collarbone spots. We're going to tap right there. And then you're going to tap one more place, the groove, the channel, the gamut 9. You're just going to tap here. As you do this, roll your eyes to the floor, not your whole head, just eyeballs. Eyes to the center of the room, eyes to the ceiling, eyes to the center. Your hands are already up. Say amen. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
Now I'm going to show you the power of that thing. So I'm going to ask you to stand up, please. Okay. Now 1 minute, I call it my magic minute. And it really is a magic minute. So if you can stand up, I'm going to ask your body, because we're going to have your body talk to you now. Okay?
Okay. Just a moment. Yep.
Sure. Thank you for going along with this, by the way. All I want you to do is just simply say, body, this was me before the little prayer, that 1 minute, and just bend over to wherever it's comfortable and just see where your fingers go. If they go to your knees, to the center of your legs, wherever they go.
Okay.
So, you're just going to say, body, this was me before, and just go down wherever it's comfortable to touch your toes. I don't even have to see it. All I have you do is tell me and come back up.
Yep.
Now, body, this is me after that 1 minute prayer, and do it again. And do you go down farther?
A little bit.
Okay. Even a little bit in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we start letting go of the bad beliefs that we got, that our head's got to run, the body can start to respond better.
Yeah.
More flexible. The more flexible it is, stronger it is, all that good stuff. So that's one thing you can do to show that it's a form of muscle testing. Before you get the rest of it mastered, your body just showed you that it knows how to do that. Now we're going to stay standing up for a minute. I'm going to ask you another question or two, please.
Yep.
And have you ever been around a bonfire, a campfire?
No, actually.
You know, I think you're the first person that's ever told me that.
I don't recall. I can't. Perhaps when I was younger, but I can't recall.
Okay, so well, I got to think of a different one then. God, I got to have another question here. Okay, let's imagine you're over by the stove cooking or something. Okay.
Yep.
And the oven door, you open the oven door, or the other, and the heat comes out of the burner, and you get too close. What do you automatically do if you get your hand too close to the heat?
I remove my hand away from the heat.
Yes. Your body's saying, see, that's a yes and a no. It's a safe or it's a not. Now, the bonfire one, the reason I asked that, because usually the way it works is if you are out around a campfire or a bonfire at night and it gets cooler, the people just automatically gather around a little closer to the fire where it's warm. Because they get warm. And then if somebody puts too much kerosene or something on the fire and it flares up, they all back up a little bit. That's just that's muscle testing. Our body knows those things. things. And so it already has the program. It was just like we learn with mouth to talk, but we have been programmed to believe that it don't work. But it can work to make you move back from burning your finger.
Yeah.
And it'd be the same concept. If the house gets cold, you go turn the thermostat up. If it's too hot, you turn the thermostat down. You know what to do, right? So we can ask our body questions. You can start to get answers even before you get the rest of the muscle testing down straight, because we can say, the bigger the muscles, we're working with the tricycle now. We aren't trying to be a high wire artist. And I'm going to have you do a twist test. A twist test is just simply put your arms out and be a letter T.
Okay. Okay, so let me set you so that I can do a twist test.
Yeah, I don't have to see it as long as I can hear you tell me what's going on, but I can see you beautifully. Thank you. So
Okay.
you're going to just push your arms out. You're going to look down one shoulder. I don't care which shoulder. Right down my middle finger is my gun finger, and see where that finger points, okay?
Okay.
Now, I want you to think of something that makes you happy and just twist. And see how far you can twist. Twist at the waist, just twist and see where your finger points.
Twist my neck or twist my
Your
hand?
whole body at the waist, just twist. Keep your feet in place.
Okay.
And just twist backwards. Yeah, now see how far that finger points wherever you're thinking of something that makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
Now come back and think of something that you're afraid of or that you're mad about or you don't like, and twist again. Doesn't go as far, does it?
No.
You see, that's a muscle test. You can do that. You can already start asking that kind of a test. Should I do this or should I do that?
Right.
And so you can get those answers even before we get down to refining it down a little bit to some of the smaller answers, but you can at least say body. In fact, we're going to do that one too. I'm going to have you stand up and either do a toe touch or a twist, whichever you prefer, and just say body, this is me now, and see where your hand goes or where, however, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And so body, this is me now, just the way I am now, and just do either a toe or a twist. I don't care.
Okay. So then just do the same thing that you told me with the twist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Body, this is me now. And wherever that finger points, good. Now come back.
It goes really far.
Only thing about a twist test is you got to keep your feet in the same spot to get the second answer.
Okay, okay.
Now here's going to be your two questions. I'll tell you what the questions are.
Okay.
This is me now. This would be me if I had a full session with Sharon.
Okay.
You can ask all sorts of things, but that's what we're going to ask right now. Body, this is me now. And come back and say, this would be me, muscle test, whatever, if I work with Sharon.
Okay.
Farther?
Yep, a little bit.
So see, you can already start to muscle test, even though you say you're not sure of it. But when we use the big muscles, the more muscles we use, the louder they talk. So you may sit down.
Okay, perfect. Yep, makes sense.
But does that help? And you can start building confidence to say, okay, I can after all.
Yeah.
But do you see how you can already start to use the very, very basic tricycle type twist test, toe touches? See how we can use those? You stand up and do a sway test and you look at your vitamin bottles and your pills and it says 1 a day. Well, your body doesn't always want 1 a day for those, or 2 or 3. It may be only once, and there's seasonal things. We need different things at different seasons. Maybe in the spring we need this, but in the summer or the fall we don't. But they put 3 a day just because that's safe and they can sell more pills. So I just stand there and look at it. And if my body sways forward, I want a niacin today. I might not want niacin for another week. But when I look at that and my body sways forward, yes. And until then, I don't take another one. So we use this for all sorts of things. But the big tests are where you can start. But my total belief is that I call it the police siren. And if you your neighbor, in front of your neighbor's house, wherever you live, there's a police car out front with the siren running. Would that not tell you that there's trouble inside?
For sure.
This is what your creator has to do. He's got to give you a problem so that we go to him to say, okay, there's some trouble inside. I use this just to get your attention. So I really got to fix that.
Really,
So you
yeah.
can start with that, even though you don't have the rest of it in place.
What is your opinion on pendulum using?
Where does the energy come from that runs the pendulum?
The muscle,
The heart.
the heart. Oh, yeah.
People that use pendulums just don't trust their hearts. They'd rather trust a piece of chain.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because where does the muscle, where does the energy flow that makes that pendulum? And I do use a pendulum at time. I knew how to find water in the desert and all sorts of things. You can use a washer on a string. You can use anything. You can use whatever will swing.
Yeah.
And I don't see the energy move, I feel it. But if I'm doing something that I need to know if the energy is going counterclockwise or not, when it changes and goes the other direction, it's just like a windmill that, okay, the energy is shifted and we've made an energy change, and now it's time that I can move on. Because if it's going negative and I'm trying to go positive, we mesh the gears. But the only thing that this pendulum does, or chain does, the energy had to come from my heart. If you don't trust your heart, you don't get an accurate pendulum test either.
Right.
So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I hope it worked for you. I really believe it would have, because 99.9% of the people who do this, these two simple things, we may not get the rest of it, but you don't need the rest of it. So folks, this is just a thumbnail of what you can do. And for those of you who watched this far, I now have a special offer of a monthly payment plan. Instead of by the session, I pay by the month, where I give you 4 full 1-hour sessions to be used during one 30-day monthly period at a 70% discount. That's huge, over a single price session. So for those of you who want to go beyond these 2 steps, beyond just the magic minute and the flexibility, the twist tests, and want to learn how to use this to find the blocks that are keeping your life stuck, how to get answers to things like, oh my gosh, what if I change jobs, and by what percent, and should I eat this, and would my body be happier doing this than this? I do this with everything. So anyway, this is the real value, the real purpose of muscle testing, to get answers. Sign up for a full month at my 70% discount, 4 sessions, and learn how to use the tools you just learned. We'll work together, walk you through it, tutor you through it to learn this so that you can start getting answers instead of wonders. I really, really hope to work with all of you. Thank you. This is Sharon Doerr, Doorway to Hope.